Today, the Ghana Statistical Service reported that food insecurity is gone up, and that today is moved from 35.3% from Q1 2024 to 38.1% in Q2 2025.
First Deputy Speaker to take the chair.
Yes, honourable member, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I was laying the foundation for the question. And the point was that the Ghana Statistical Service today is reported that food insecurity is risen from 35.3% in 2024 to 38.1% last year. And the service has actually warned that 13 million Ghanaians risk hunger this year. Mr. Speaker, this report was released by the Ghana Statistical Service today. The minister is telling us that we are self-sufficient when it comes to food security. The question is, Mr. Speaker, in the light of these alarming statistics and data put out by the Ghana Statistical Service today, what assurances can the minister give to this House in terms of dealing with the situation where 13 million Ghanaians do not slip into hunger? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Yes, honourable minister.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I've already indicated that as we speak, we are building food buffer. In fact, I will write to Ghana Statistical Service to give us the locations of these individuals so that from our buffer, we can supply them, we can give them food. No, I'm not saying, I'm not disputing what you have said. What I'm saying is that, Honorable, I'm not disputing minister, what you have said.
Honorable Minister.
What I'm saying is that if we have 13 million people in Ghana who are food insecure, we must know their locations so that we can make them food secure. Their locations. You understand? So that's why I'm saying that once we have food buffer against emergencies, just indicate to me that close to your house you have 10 people who are food insecure. Today, I will supply them food.
Yes, Honourable Kobi Mensah.
Mr. Speaker, the Minister for Agriculture is aware that the Statistical Service information is for the whole country. He has also said that there's enough food in the system people are not able to buy. It is also public knowledge that the Bank of Ghana have siphoned off over 60 billion Ghana cedis from the markets, not allowing traders to have the money to trade. I therefore put it to him that
Honourable member, you have a right to ask a question but not to put it to the minister. Kindly resume your seat. Yes.
Mr. Speaker.
Yes, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker.
You have the floor.
Mr. Speaker.
Honourable Buama, you have the floor. Honourable Minister, kindly resume your seat.
Finish my question.
You are putting it to him. You don't do that. You ask a question. Please, you have the floor.
Rephrase it.
Honourable Buama, you have the floor.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Mr. Speaker, the Minister in his response and has continuously put on the floor of the House that the national buffer stock is being strengthened to mop up excess food produced from the system as part of the strategy to ensure all year-round food supply. It is different when the the buffer stock is being strengthened from it has been strengthened. Because when you go to the
Honorable
market,
member, what is your question?
I'm building just a 30-second and I'll ask the question. I'm saying this because this is a national concern. If you check around, there's a lot of complaints about food being produced at the market, at the site, and they are not being brought to the market. And this is a major issue. So my question is, if the buffer stock has been or is supposed to be strengthened in this year, how much have been released to buffer stock, and what have they actually been able to purchase out of the market, so that we can be sure that they are buying the excesses from the market to give price stability to the traders, and also having enough stock to feed the people who are.
Yes, Honorable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, yes, you are right. You know exactly what is happening in the system, and which is far different from what other colleagues have been saying. You go to Sisala, your position is excellent. They have produced maize, rice, beans, and others far in excess of the demand in that area. As we speak, price of a bag of maize in Sisala is selling around 250-300 Ghana cedis. If farmers are allowed to sell at this price, certainly they cannot recoup their investment. And that is why I'm saying that we have resourced the national food buffer stock. In the 2025 budget, this House approved 100 million Ghana cedis for them to mop up the excess. That was insufficient. And that was why in the 2026 budget, an additional 200 million was provided. And I added that this is the first time in the history of our country that Ghana is building food buffer against emergencies. You don't know the story. Don't shout. That is the reality. This is the first time, and you cannot contest this. Ask your colleagues, they will tell you.
Honorable Minister, address the chair. Yes, Honorable Deputy Minority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I'd like to appeal to you with regards to our honorable member of Tagwanda. Honorable, he's a very senior person in this chamber, and I want to appeal to you to allow him to.
Yes, that is the more reason.
Rephrase.
You would agree with me that question time is not a period for cross-examination. It is not a period for making statements. Above all, you are asking a supplementary question. Go ahead and ask your question. After a long background, you said, I'm putting it to you. Are we doing cross-examination? So you've rightly stated that he's a senior lawyer. He's a senior member. And he knows exactly that question time is not a time for cross-examination. That was my worry.
Mr. Speaker, I'm only pleading with you that you give him the opportunity to rephrase the question.
Very well.
Yes.
You have the floor. Rephrase your question.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This question is very important. That's why I've risen to ask again. Mr. Speaker, the fact of the matter is that there is food insecurity across the length and breadth of the country. The minister is also saying that there are loads and loads of food across the country that have not been bought from farmers. My position, Mr. Speaker, and my question is that if the Bank of Ghana have siphoned so much money out of the system, and the minister is saying that there's overproduction, I would like to know from the minister how much in value term of food that are still sitting at the farmers' gates, and how much the 200 they have budgeted for will be able to take away from the farmers,
yes,
so that the farmers
Minister.
can work this year.
Minister, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, according to our technical team, we need not less than 600 million Ghana cedis. Not less than 600 million Ghana cedis to be able to mop up the excess of food that we have in our system now, especially paddy rice. So I'm surprised that even in minority, you cannot speak with one voice. A colleague just got up here and said there is food everywhere, they are not getting market. Another person will get up here and said, I haven't seen that. There is no food. There's food insecurity. Why can't you adopt a common position?
Yes. Honorable Habib.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, the minister in answering the question, he said he used a certain phrase, Mr. Speaker, which I think is not right, and that he should withdraw that. He said, even in minority, we cannot even agree. Mr. Speaker, when you say that you are generating, Mr. Speaker,
he said you are not speaking with one voice.
Mr. Speaker, his answer must not generate debate. His answer must not generate debate. So, with respect to you, Minister, this is not your political platform. I beg you, withdraw that.
Honorable Habib. Honorable Habib, when I took over, I give the floor to Honorable Boama. His question resulted into an answer from the minister that I agree with you. If you go to Sisala, that is what is actually happening. Now, Honorable Kobi also came. So is it not the case that when you just oppose Kobi's question as against Honorable Boama's question, what the minister is saying is correct?
Mr. Speaker, how can individual members' question be a position of the minority? But he is saying that even in minority, we are not agreeing. It's not minority speaking, Mr. Speaker. So he must withdraw that, Mr. Speaker.
Should I give the opportunity to the minister to say minority members?
No, Mr. Speaker, if a member asks a question in his capacity, you don't attribute it to the entire minority, Mr. Speaker.
So, Honorable Habib, should I give the floor to the minister to correct it by saying minority members?
He should put it in proper perspective.
Because they are minority members. Minister, they say put it in proper perspective.
Mr. Speaker, what I said was very simple. I thought this is the minority. And in fact, they describe themselves as the mighty minority. And then a colleague stood up here. A colleague from the minority said, he said, no, if you want me to address the cocoa matter, I want to assure you, even though it is not under me, if you give me the opportunity here, I will deal with it here.
Minister, the issue is not about cocoa, so ignore the side comments.
What I said was a fact, that if they want to be considered as individuals and no longer the mighty minority they claim to be, then I will withdraw that common position thing and then say that I cannot understand why members of this house can have such different opinions on matters, something that is common to everybody in this country. But in any case, if in your constituency the people are food insecure, then there is something that you must know. At the beginning of 2025, as part of the Feed Ghana program, we launched the campaign for individual households to have backyard gardens so that on their own they can produce some vegetables to support the feeding of the house. This was a strategic move to reduce the cost of feeding in this country. Many people participated. I don't think you can say on this floor that you and your constituents never participated in this program. Then again, we also advocated for secondary schools to have school farms, and 413 schools have been registered. They were given inputs. They are producing to support the school feeding program. This will obviously reduce total demand in the system. Churches are participating, state agencies are participating, members of parliament here are also participating. As you speak, Honorable, the former defense minister, signaled me that, Eric, I also have 2,000 bags of rice I'm looking for market. And just a colleague on your left is talking about food insecurity. And that's why I said that, look, if people are food insecure, let me know where they are. If they are in your constituency, I will just buy the rice from Honorable Nitiwul and then sell to them immediately. That solves the problem. So we don't have to banter this matter. Honorable.
Yes, Honorable.
Mr. Speaker, thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, it's true. It's actually true that I have 2,000 bags of paddy rice, 100 kg bags of paddy rice lying down. Mr. Speaker, the reason is that last year this time, that same bag of rice was 1,000 Ghana cedi. Today, it's being sold at 400 cedis. Yes. So, Mr. Speaker, the problem is not overproduction. Mr. Speaker, if you go to Chamba market, you go to Bindri market, you go to Techima market, you go to Pasam market, when the farmers send yam, cassava, maize, whatever, people are not buying, and they have to carry it back. Your colleagues, you spread across the whole country, and you can testify to it. So Mr. Speaker,
Honorable Nitiwul, what is your question?
Mr. Speaker, my question to the minister. Mr. Speaker, my question to the minister is, what steps is he going to take to solve this very problem? Why farmers will take their produce to the market, people are not buying, and they'll have to take it back. They'll take it the next week, people will not buy, they'll take it back. Whether it is tubers, whether it is rice, whether it is maize, whether it is pepper, whether it is dry okra, they are not buying. How are you going to make sure that that problem is resolved for farmers? That's what farmers want to hear. That's all it is. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Well, Minister, though you provided the answer in a way, you may have the...
Thank you very much. Mr. Speaker, I think I've answered this question earlier on. When the same question was posed by Honorable Jinapor, I said what we are looking at is value addition. Value addition. That is why we have launched the Feed the Industry program, and it is being handled by the Minister for Agribusiness. You are saying now. You see,
but Honorable Minister, former Minister, listen to the answer first.
I like the spirits with which you are asking that it should be done now. I'm worried that you didn't have the same spirit when you had the power to do so, because all these things were there. You never do that. You never did it. Today we are doing it. We are adding value, and we are saying now. Let me tell you, Honorable, as you speak, we have registered some of the millers in the northern enclave where we have the grat of paddy rice. What we want them to do is to buy the paddy rice, mill, and then transport to buffer stock so that buffer will be able to buy them. We've also spoken to ECOWAS. This time round, we are not going to borrow rice. We are not going to borrow maize. Rather, we are asking them to come and buy from us here. And so we are putting in place a lot of mechanisms. And I've given you the assurance that your 2,000 bags of paddy you are complaining about, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, through the buffer stock, will buy it for you. And that is why I'm worried at our colleagues, who, in spite of this situation, are saying that there is food insecurity. Is it because they are living in a different world or what? That's the problem I have. because you know the reality. Our colleague doesn't know the reality, and he's talking about something that is not in existence. That's the difficulty.